welcome back to Song Reaction Analysis with your girl JVB. How are you guys doing today? First and foremost, thank you so much for being here on my channel, checking out my reactions, also my own music. In the description below, you'll find all the links to it. And in case you don't know who I am yet, I am a singer, songwriter, music producer, and composer, vocal performance coach, and I love doing reaction videos for you guys. Yes, it's Metal Monday. That means another Nightwish reaction from Hellfest 2022. We left off with Story Time, and we are going to House the Heart. And what's following that? House the Heart, Dark Chest of Wonders, and oh my God, I Want My Tears Back is definitely one of my favorite Nightwish songs. So I think we're only gonna do two though. Tempting to do three though, but we'll do two. You already know how I feel about Nightwish, and I'm excited to just like witness this not in person, but like, you know, and many of you have been there, and I love hearing your stories. It's so exciting to me. Yeah, let's go straight into it. With no further ado, our favorite, one of the channel's favorites is definitely Nightwish. Super, I feel like they are on top of their game. Like, I mean, even though Marco is not in the band, you know, it feels really good. Like everything they're doing right now. I'm so happy for them. So here we go. And Flo looks just amazing. Love her voice in that song. It's just so beautiful, and it's very conversational in the verses, you know. Let's go back to here. With no child, we meet a stranger for exile. How's the heart while it's still I love how she goes up there. To no one, another time sorrow hides well in your shell. And I like how Thomas is like so happy. Beautiful run up there. And cool bass. He's doing good. Voice sounds so beautiful. You've been there. Now there's one who came from me, a child of light, another tale. Dear one, night will come, but not to stay. I can hear my the answer is in the house. The heart. that line, that whole phrase there, that's got to be so hard to sing because those notes are not easy notes to sing. Back to here. So beautiful. Harmony. Beautiful. It's so powerful. I love those voices in the end. Oh my God. All right, one more time here. So Troy is doing such a good job singing a lot now, right? I love when her vocals really open up at the end and she's really belting it out. Her voice, I feel like it sounds, she's always sounded amazing, right? But I feel like when you sing a lot, the more you sing, the better your voice is going to get. That's just like if you're singing healthy, right? If you're really keeping your voice healthy, you're getting enough sleep, you're doing all the right things, you're doing your warm-ups, you know. I mean, some great singers don't even warm up. But like for the most part, I always say like warm up first and cool down a little bit if you can. But the more you sing, your voice is just in shape. It's like muscles. We're working muscles. But you can tell that her voice is in such an amazing shape. She's like totally being able to like run around on stage and do her thing and then also really hold her notes, not being out of breath, which, you know, like I go crazy on stage sometimes. So it's like really, you got to really pace yourself at certain points like there where the song's not really meant to be running around anyway, but like also there's so much singing going on, so you got to pace yourself a little bit. And she's doing such an amazing job. And then with Troy's voice, I wish Yuka would also sing. Like maybe he'll start. You know, I can understand like when you first get into a band, you just like want to make sure that you master one instrument and then you add maybe to it. But it would be great for her to have more support. Although, I mean, she sounds amazing just by herself. But like with Troy singing in the end and that sample with the really low voice, unless Troy did it live, I don't think so. But sounds amazing. All right. Ah, that was great. That's so good. I love that. Yeah. Such a good hooky song, you know. I love the hook. I love the flame, it's so good. I love the whole stage show, it's so good. The fire. She's also really good at cheering on the crowd, you know, which is so important as a front person. Like some shows, like certain bands can probably totally get away with like not doing that. But for the most part, like Rammstein doesn't really do that. Rammstein just does like their thing. They don't really, at least the times I've seen them, you know, like they don't go like, yo, what's up? Come on, let's go. But like with them, it makes complete sense. You know, it's just so interactive and like it's the exchange of energy, it's just awesomeness, and she's such a great front person for that. And I also like how things keep changing up a little bit, the flames with the lights, it's just really, and the energy is amazing. It's never easy to play like during the day when it's light up, because the vibe is not quite the same as like being in a dark club on it, like, you know, in a big theater. I guess like at night it's like just, you know, so big thumbs up for that, you know, really, really awesome. I just love the musicianship, it's like absolutely amazing. And I also really love the wine looking like ESP, like there it is, like it's so good. It's such a pretty guitar. What's this out of Hellfest 2020? Woo! Will epic. So cinematic. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So good. So good. I just love like how her voice gets like so powerful at the end when she really gets like goes full in. Oh my God. And you know, I feel like Nightwish songs, they are not easy to sing. Like when I listen to her and the melodies, there's so much fluctuation going on. There's so many transitions going on. Like it's absolutely wow. It's definitely not like how I would sing at all. So that's like must have been really for someone to step in. They really like have to feel that. You know, I so appreciate it, but it's not how I'm wired. So I appreciate when other singers like have different phrasing going on and all the different notes and like making it really intricate, which totally matches the music, obviously, because especially this song is like so cinematic to me. It's very obviously there symphonic metal and the symphonies are really prominent in that song. So it's really a very complex to me, like to my ears, so interesting and complex. Like I so appreciate that, you know. Ah, amazing. She's just so good. So good. Oh my God. Yes. Honestly, guys, I just don't want to go too long. I feel like if the videos are like 30-40 minutes long, you know, you may not have the time. Like, I don't know. Let me know what we can do in a Patreon. I can do longer videos and maybe cut it up for YouTube. But I have to say, I mean, her stamina is amazing. Her stage presence is amazing. The whole band, I just love what they do. And I feel like it's so nice when you hear all their songs, you know, actually live, because there's always the factor of like when a band plays something live, then you really know how good the band is, because, and how good the song is, right? Because if some songs don't translate live that well. If the vocals are really low, it's harder to cut through. If there's like very heavy sampling going on, I mean, you just have to use a lot of samplers when you're playing live, but there's nothing wrong with it. You know, everybody's doing it. I've always done that. But it's just like good to see how good a band is when they're actually on stage performing it live. And also changing it up a little bit, which I think is sometimes really interesting and cool, because it just shows, first of all, it's live and like they're just like exploring it a little bit. So really, and I love that song so much. Honestly, I cannot wait for next week, because I Want My Tears Back is one of my favorite songs, and I'm going to save that for next week. Yes. In the comments below, let me know what you thought of this performance. And I know many of you already have, but these specific songs and the performance of those songs, and also, like, what are your favorites? Like, I know everybody says, like, whatever is playing at the moment is your favorite. But I feel there are certain songs to me with Nightwish that really stick out to me, that are definitely on top of my list. Not saying that I don't like the other ones, but that I definitely have, like, a handful of songs where I'm like, oh, this is the one, this is just so freaking good. It hits me every time. Anyway, thank you so much for watching with me. If you haven't yet, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Definitely the like button. Very, very important. Hit the like button. Otherwise, I'm going to come and spank you if you don't. Yes. Don't. Oh, if you like that, this might be a bad thing. Well, maybe I'll spank you regardless. I don't know. What am I talking about? Just hit the like button. Don't make it complicated. It doesn't cost a penny to do that. Speaking of pennies and dollars, we YouTubers don't make that much money, especially not we reactors. So make sure that you join my Patreon, that you buy my music, that you whatever, however you'd like to support. Have a wish list listed below. Anything helps me continue with this channel. I want to keep this channel growing, keep our community growing, and get to know you a little bit better. So I want to do more live, which I haven't really done, but I want to do live stuff, and definitely interact more with you in the Patreon. So definitely make sure that you join me there. Like I said, whatever works for you, no pressure. But with that said, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to leave you with something positive as always. Make every day a great day. I always say that. It is officially almost fall season. So for some of us, it gets a little bit depressing, because the days are shorter, it gets darker sooner. But think of it that way. You get to look at the stars sooner. You get to wear some fun, different clothes. And the colors are changing if you are in an area where there's 4 seasons. So fall is one of my favorite seasons because Halloween is around the corner, which I love, and nature, it looks so beautiful out there. So I really appreciate that. Also, I want to mention, which I haven't really done at all on this channel, I love dogs so freaking much. And I advocate for all the shelters in the US to be non-killed. So do me a favor and help support best friends, and also just leave a comment if you are a dog lover, because I have a surprise coming up in the end of this month. It's going to be really cool. But make sure that you support shelters, that you don't buy from the puppy mills, that you adopt and don't shop, and that you really stand up for the animals because they don't have a voice and they need us. Also, I really don't like the fact that I have a little pitty. So my boyfriend's dog is a pit bull, and I want to go to Germany, and they're actually banned in Germany. This is just freaking crazy and insane. So whatever you can do to help stop this is not cool at all, because honestly, anyone who has a pit bull that is not behaving, or a bad dog in general that's not behaving, I blame the owner. You're not in control of your dog. So very important, help support that. I'm going to get some more links going in the description below. So if you are into that, if you want to help, that would be of great help, because there's a lot of shelter animals that just get put to sleep because mainly they're crowded, they're overcrowded, and so they're healthy animals, very adaptable animals that just get put down because of that reason. And of course pit bulls, because they are very unadaptable supposedly. And honestly, my pitty is more loving, more affectionate than my dog Bolt, and he's adorable as hell, but he's I'm not in the mood right now. And he also likes to growl and show teeth all the time, which the pitty doesn't do. So if the pitty would do what my dog does, he'd be put down. Anyway, make every day a great day, like I said. And find your cause, because if you can't help yourself, help someone else. And I always love to put my efforts into things that I really care about, and animals is one of those things that makes me cry thinking about how much I can have an impact on saving an animal's life. So whatever that is inside of you, and you will know what it is when it makes you really emotional. So if you haven't found it yet, or if something makes you really emotional, that, what, this is something I can contribute to in this world. And believe me, the smallest move, the smallest action can make a huge impact. Never forget that. So with that said, I'm gonna see you in the next one. In the description below, let me know what Nightwish songs I should react to next besides the Hellfest. And I will see you in the next one. I love you so much. Until then, take care.